Yeah, so how did we meet?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, it's like,
This is a sick shot.
It's following your face. I don't know.
Oh, it's a better move.
Oh, God.
Hello, Shadowbox. Welcome back, people. Welcome back to your third episode of Lovers and Fighters. We're your host. I'm Archie,
I'm Rienel, the Thriller Brunella.
and today we're talking about belts. And that's because we've got a big fucking belt in the front of your shop today.
If you can't fucking tell,
The reason is we're sat with the Bloodline Flyweight champ. His name's Rienel, the Thriller Brunella. Question from the audience today. This perfectly ties into a couple things. And the question we got asked was, how did you guys meet?
since we're talking about belts, I'm going to talk about the big elephant in the room, and that piece of gold and black leather. A couple weeks ago, like I said, I fought for the Bloodline Fight Series title, and as you can see, I won that title. And like I said, I came, I saw, I conquered, and yeah, nothing was going to stop me. I had to, coming off a title loss. That makes me want it more.
Yeah.
Like, I can't lose now.
Yeah, that's
Do you know what I mean? And clearly that kid was not going to stop me that night, and it was meant to be, and got the job done. Me and the team got the job done, and knew.
That was a big moment though, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was big. Finally getting. I feel like something that I've deserved for quite a while.
Exactly. And you've worked hard for it.
Hard work pays off at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean?
You got it.
On the basis of talking about belts, let's answer that question. All right.
Yeah,
So how did we meet?
Ooh, symbiosis.
Jeez, interconnection.
Yeah. So I'll kick it off. Yeah. So we're about 13 or 12. We've gone on a year activity, right? To a farm that was close to our school, and this farm does like loads of outdoor activities and different events and stuff. Like you can go archery, or you go to this reservoir and like do kayaking and shit.
We camped there for a week.
Was it a week?
No. At least like 3 days.
3 days.
So we definitely camped. We're all
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're all intense, right? I've just joined this school and I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
I've literally been at this school for a week before doing that. I joined in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And we go to this curriculum enhancer week and I don't know anybody, and I bought like a couple of pairs of shorts for this trip because I wanted to look drippy for these new girls at my new school.
I know that.
And I realised maybe 30 minutes into this curriculum enhancer week that these shorts actually don't fit. They were baggy, man. They were baggy. Okay, I need to find someone that has a belt. And then suddenly I stumble upon
A little Asian boy. He was a little street vendor.
and asked him a question. I said, have you got a belt? And you just went bang and pulled out this fucking multi-purpose
Stretchy belt, woven belt, but mate.
That was like the grain of salt that built the foundation of our friendship from there. Because as soon as that moment happened, I was like, you know what? That kid's decent, man. He's a good lad. I own one for that.
Yeah.
'Cause the only interaction I'd seen of Rienel up until then, the week before school, was it was like lunch break, and it comes up on the basketball court, and you just got this Filipino kid with a mohawk doing fucking basketball. And we lived in a very white area. I was like, who's that guy? They were like, oh, that's Rienel. I'm pretty sure he's Indian. Oh, God. So that's how we met, guys. This is how this whole show came about. This is one thing led to another, and now we're pursuing stuff, and now we're talking about it in front of a camera.
Yeah, from that belt to this belt, pretty much.
Boom. So this week's MMA Minute, I think there's only one thing we can talk about. And it's
What
that
could that
title
be?
fight, baby. It's that RTB title fight. How do you feel, first of all?
Feeling good. It's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
It's settled in. The dust has settled, and now looking back on it, it was a good win. It was a good evening of fights, but
That's crazy.
Yeah.
As well, what the audience wouldn't know about this is like you didn't even know that your parents were going to be there. That
yeah. Okay, so funny enough, my parents did turn up. Funniest story. Okay, so I'm in the zone. I'm psyched up. I'm kill mode. All right, I'm kill mode. I'm walking up the stairs. Okay, the runners called us over. Walking up the stairs, about to walk out. My opponent's walked out, and the double doors are open. Okay, just before I'm about to walk out, and what I see is my dad just pop out the windows, and I'm like, "Fuck, he's outside." But I'm trying to get in the zone. I'm trying to just stay like laser-eyed, focused, eagle vision, just straight down the pipeline. But I can't get that image of my dad just.
Do you reckon we could get a picture of your dad doing it?
Yeah, maybe.
That would be fun.
But yeah, I think that led to that pretty much. But yeah, no. But no, that was a good sight to have my parents there, to finally see me, get my hand raised and actually win a belt.
Because it was, before we get into something like, breaking down the fight itself, it was just a beautiful moment when your parents came out and I was there with you and you just go, I didn't know you came. And that embrace you all had together and how proud your mum and dad were of you in that moment. It was very
it was good.
I've grown up like your family is my family as well. And like we've been friends for fucking over 10 years. And that moment of just going like, oh shit, man, like... You really get to rejoice in the glory of a win.
You should have joined the hug, mate.
I fucking tried. I went like that, and then Richard was like, no. It was like, Guilo, get out of here. Okay, like, let's talk about your fight then. So let's break down the fight itself. Let's go round for round, how it felt.
Okay, so round one, came in very, very confident, all right. I had the set game plan. We went through it multiple times in the changing rooms and prior, through the weeks leading up to the fight. Felt very comfortable, I was just pacing myself really, trying to feel him out. He's trying to feel me out. Okay, that first round I didn't want to go too hectic. So yeah, felt comfortable. Start working my distance. Okay, starting, trying to piece him up, trying to,
and piece him up you did, mate. Yeah. Piece him up you did.
So yeah, round one was nice, easy, comfortable, and then pretty much.
Because it's like I'm there at the fight and I'm watching, right, and it felt like each round it was just like a tightening of a grip that you were having on this.
Yeah, exactly. So from round one, we walked into round two, and then round two, I started picking up the pace. Do you know what I mean? I started working. I was like. It sort of got to me and got to the my coaches, Mark and Tom sitting outside. They saw that my opponent couldn't start setting up what he wanted to do. Do you know what I mean? His game plan wasn't working because my game plan was working so well. Yeah. Okay. So then that led to round three, same sort of story. Round 4 and 5. Got into a bit more of grapple.
Because it felt like, right, rounds 2 and 3, you're just piecing him. You're piecing him, yeah? It was like 2 pieces and a fucking soda every time. And I don't know fighting, but I understand competition and I know when a man starts to feel defeated in his eyes. And I could see in his eyes, he's going, man, this is a long day at the office. I actually don't want to be here no more. And obviously, I'm not saying the guy was a fuck. Like, I'm not. No. He gave up. He put up a fucking good fight. Oh yeah. But I could see by the middle of round 2, he was going, this kid's stand up is a different level to mine, and the shit I'm trying to throw at him isn't getting through. It isn't getting through. And you also had this kind of like, I'm relentlessly coming at you. I can talk about more like my thought on your performance itself, but just like those middle rounds until it got to him having to just try and lie on you to like put out the fire, it just was a fucking barrage of heat. Yeah. And it was one of the best performances I've seen you do. We are firemen! That's it. We go into the fire. That's the one. I can say. And so let's talk about that feeling then, because obviously you get to the end of the fight. Right, yeah. That klaxon goes in that last round. You know there's 10 seconds left. Final bell goes. What's the feeling then? Right. Okay, so we're talking about end of round 5. Do you know what I mean? We pretty much were like... He took me down. Okay, we're in a bit of a scramble, blah blah blah. I'm just trying to, first I'm going all 5 rounds, and
it was different. Do you know what I mean? It's a different feeling doing all 5 rounds. Okay, it sort of does wear out on you. So you know, I was just there trying to just conserve energy, but I don't want to burn out. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to lose the fight in the last 10 seconds. But no, yeah, it felt good. And then go back to my corner. You know, I at that moment I knew I won. Okay, I felt like I've given out like all I could in that fight.
So you had complete confidence?
Yeah, I mean, I had complete confidence. Like, that was my fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was me. I was just walking around the cage, hands up in the air. Do you know what I mean? Like, I won this fight. So yeah, and then hand in hand, you know, just waiting for those scorecards to be read. And
what's the feeling then when you're stood next to the ref, he's got your hand in hand, right? And you're waiting for that moment till they call it out. Like, is there anxiety? Is there fear?
Yeah, there's always a tiny bit of anxiety. Be like, you sort of look back on it. The thrill of the fight's sort of gone. Now you're just waiting. It's a waiting.
So have you got this big kind of like adrenaline dump?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. The feeling's changed now. Now you're just waiting for that result to be like, fuck, have I done enough? Have I done enough for this fight? Maybe 1 or 2 of those rounds were a bit on edge, but just behind me, I just knew I did enough to just get my hand raised, and as you can see, the hand was raised, and that feeling of, you know, winning was just something else. Okay, it's a different type of high, knowing that you put those hours in the gym, those hours outside the gym, those hours, you know, focusing on your nutrition, your rest, your recovery, and all that. Like, it's all paid off.
And that feeling as well, like, you know, as arm is in the arm. I know because I've been to enough of Rienel's shows, and I've been to times where there's been a robbery taking place in front of my boy's eyes, and I've gone like, how the fuck is that not being given his way? And decision can have that effect, right? It's like you're on an amateur circuit, and anything can happen when you leave it to decision. So there's always that shred of doubt as a spectator going, I hope they don't fucking screw him here, because he's put up one of the best performances I've seen him do. And then that moment goes where the winner is in fact and you, Rienel. Let's discuss that feeling as well, like that. Do you feel like there was almost like an immediate champion kind of like, bang, that's I told you, motherfuckers.
There was that. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, there was finally that moment where I was like, oh, I've got what I deserve. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be that feeling where, there's a relief. Do you know what I mean? You've done what you've needed to do to get to where you want to be. After a couple of days, truth be told, all right, the high just goes. Do you know what I mean? The high's gone.
Because now this is just metal and gold.
Yeah, it's just a belt. Do you know what I mean? I'm just gonna hang it up at the gym, to be honest. I reckon.
Or to work the next day.
Or to work the next day, do you know what I mean?
I mean, I'll talk about like my thoughts as being a spectator.
Yeah, I mean, like, you were there, so
I was there, man. I was there.
Like, from my perspective compared to his, let's hear it, bro. Let's hear it.
So, as kind of Rienel stated, right, it was a domination across round 1 to those rounds till it got to a grappling match, which then becomes a blurred line for me anyway, as someone who's not a specialist in the sport. I just see 2 guys that are going at it on the ground for that last round and a half, right? But that point between round 2 and round 3 where you're just in this fucking zone. I'd never seen you stand like this before, where you're just chasing him down and you're standing him up, taking him towards the end of the cage, and I can see him backing up going, this is peak. He would throw these leg kicks at Rienel, and Rienel would just catch him and then spot and kick him through the chest. And at one point, what'd you do? You hit the Ric Flair whoa.
Well, yeah. So, you know, you sort of getting that confidence in the fight. You're just like, you land a few shots. After that shots, you sit back and you just go, woo!
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, no, I think that was just me just being comfortable in the fight. Like, I was just so comfortable in that fight. I didn't feel like too stressed out, too pressured. Do you know what I mean?
I felt like you were getting into the flow state.
Exactly. That's why everything was working. I was sort of just flowing. You know, I was an artist. The canvas was my looking counts.
Picasso. I like it. Oh man, because there's a point in I think it was the third round maybe where you can see you're getting into this flow state. I can see that shots are coming off easy. I can see that you're going instead of that like complete kind of like focus of like execute. It started becoming, let's hit this motherfucker with some flair. Let's hit him with some Ric Flair drink. And at one point you did a spinning back fist, and I'm going, he's cooking, man. He's cooking out of control, and it was some of the best stuff to watch. Obviously, every fight is hard to watch your best mate get in that cage and do that thing. But when you're seeing you in this perfect peak state, things coming off, bang, bang, and you're landing, and then he's missing, and you're dodging, and back. Oh man, it was some of the best friend moment I think a person can have. It's very primal, isn't it?
Yeah. Like fighting's just like down to the bone. It's a very primal thing that we do.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
exactly.
It's like hunting. Do you know what I mean?
Catch the beast.
Yeah, exactly. You're a predator at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? We're hunter gatherers. So you're either a gatherer or you're a hunter.
Yeah.
And I decided to be a hunter.
Boom.
You know what I mean? I'm coming.
That is cool. There also was an incident midway through the fight because we kind of came as a group of three of us, right, to watch. Plus a couple of your boys.
Yeah.
I know, but not like they're not my boys, right? And we're all stood together. We're just hanging out watching the fight, and the Rienel's opponent, his crew are kind of next to us. They're like just watching the fight next to us, and like when he's going, they're shouting. When Rienel's going, we're shouting. And then there's this one moment when I think it was mid-domination. It's like late round 2, maybe early round 3, where I think it was the brother of this guy turns to our boy Stan, and he was like, "My brother's gonna fucking do your boy. He's gonna do your boy. Like, right, you and me outside now. And our friend Stan trains with you in the gym.
Yeah. Stan trains with us. Yeah, he's had 2 fights.
He knows a thing or two, and you're fucking lucky I said that, man. Because I wouldn't have put that on YouTube otherwise. You're lucky, man. You're going to get some girls with that. You're welcome, man. I ain't tagging you, though. Fucking bitch. Stan stands up, and just goes, shut the fuck up. And, like, kind of just shuts him down completely. And the dads and the uncles, the guys who are a bit more level-headed, come over and were like, we're sorry about him. He doesn't quite understand what this is about, blah, blah, blah. And it's all respect after that. It was all respect. But it's just like that here in the moment, like, we're here for our guy. They're there for his guy. And
that always happens. That always happens at shows. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
There's always a bit of rivalry between the opposing side's fans. But you know, it's all respect at the end of the day, man.
It's like football, isn't it? It's like we are the tribalism of our team.
Exactly.
Shout out my boys Arsenal. We beat Man United at the weekend. We beat Spurs the weekend before. We're coming for the title. I hope that does. I hope I don't live to regret that, man. Just to finish off on this bit, my thoughts on this fight, right? It was that moment when Rienel's arms raised. In the moments leading up to that, I was so emotional, and it's because in the previous episode, we speak about how much work you put into this. We speak about everything you've done from that first day of getting into the gym to where you are today. And knowing how far you've come and how far you want to take this, it was like that moment. It's like this is what he's been working towards. And I'm not gonna lie, people, I nearly shed a tear. And I think if I started,
I'm shedding a tear.
if I started crying at one of these like macho alpha male fight events in Rochester, Kent, I don't think I'd have come back alive, people. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd be a dead man. Rest in peace. But
put him in the coffin.
That moment when your arm gets raised and it's the thrill of Branilla. Oh, was that good? Because it's just like me, Yuri, and Stan just like run at each other,
screaming.
It was like fireworks. Like we were just like yeah, and you just kind of like
your boy did it.
Your boy did it, man. Like I know how hard you worked for all this. I know how hard you worked for this one piece of equipment that like you can have for your superficial validation of going bang, got the W. But I know everything behind this belt. I've seen everything going behind
the scenes is where is that, man?
That's
like I said, like what I'm talking about, the high leaving is like, I think the best high you get when you've got a fight is when you're preparing for a fight.
Oh, that's cold.
Do you know what I mean?
Keep going on that.
Like Yeah, the high is good when you win. Okay, the high is even better when you win a belt. But I think the actual high, the best high you do get, is during training camp. I feel like, and like, yeah, the days and the weeks. Literally, the day after I won, it was just another day. Do you know what I mean? Me and the missus went out for a dog walk, got food, and like, yeah, I won a belt the night before, but it was like
That
it
next
was
day
just a
just
normal
moment.
day. Then you go, then you start the week again. Then you're just back. Yeah, I was just back at the gym. Do you know what I mean?
So it's that kind of building, like combining together the tactics and the game plan as well.
Yeah, that's where, like, when you're grinding it out and you're actually working so hard and you're working to something that you want so bad. That's where I get the highest high from, I think.
And you say it all the time: train hard, fight easy.
Yeah, exactly. Fighting's the easy part, guys. All right, if you want to get in martial arts, fighting's easy. Belt, easy. All right, training, hard. Training very hard. Head, hard.
Wildebeest, strong, right now, slow.
I'm on spear. Me hunter. I kill.
You definitely were the hunter, man. So that was beautiful.
Yeah.
We kind of discussed it in the previous episode, right? It was like the other thing that I was working towards was this comedy tournament. So you think you're funny.
Yeah.
And it happened, guys. It was great fun. I don't know how I've done yet. We find out at the end of May. But for me, yeah, it was performed at Backyard Comedy Club. And one of the targets I'd set myself in my early, like when I started a year ago, was to perform at a comedy club, a legit club, by the end of 2024. Dave Chappelle has been at the same place as me. And I know fucking too right, he would have busted down way better than But just to say I've walked in the same fucking arena as him. Have you seen the Tom Brady roast by any chance?
No, but the only thing that I've seen from that is Kim Kardashian, where they all booed her off.
Mate, the Tom Brady roast is class. Andrew Scholl killed it. Nikki Glaser fucking killed it. There were so many killers. Kevin Hart was the host.
Okay, yeah.
And you know Kevin Hart, he's going to do his thing, yeah. Like, so many people killed it. But there's the intro, like the opening sequence is sick. It was all about they have a superheroes playing Metro Boomin.
Right.
That's the backing track.
Yeah,
and like it's this guy speaking. I don't know if it was Tom or not, but this guy speaking about like the bravery is the gladiator that walks into the arena, and the brave one is not the person who has an opinion about winning or losing, and the fit and going down on a loser or bigging up a winner. Like the bravery, the hero is the person who steps in the arena, and like that's what you fucking did, and you came out with your gold, and I gave my best effort at a tournament and a first try at this kind of environment, but it was interesting, man, because in the lead up, and you're talking about like the highs come from the preparation.
Yeah, the prep. Yeah,
like,
that's all it is.
It's exactly the same with the comedy as well. It was like the build up for me. The fun part was compiling my set, similar to you compiling your tactics to fight. And then I had this amazing conversation with two comedians. One of them I know really well, Paris Patel, and this guy Lamar Jermaine. They're both way more experienced than me. It would be similar to you kind of discussing things with Mark and Tom before a fight. And they spoke about, never being defined by a single performance. And we build up these moments to be huge in our brain because this is all we know so far. But it's just a notch in the belt of the journeys that we're on. And speaking to those two guys, I was just sat in on the conversation. It was them two talking mainly. I just happened to be there at the time. But the game that these boys were giving out was stuff that I can take with me for the rest of my career.
100%.
And it's the same shit that you'll have with the Mark and Tom giving you game, and you go, yeah, that's years of experience digested straight onto the dome. And I think what it was, like, again, that focus of like never being defined by the single performance. So like full well you cannot rest on your laurels now. No. This does not stop where you're going. No. This is just the milestone. This was the XP points. This was the reward for all the XP you got.
It's just another level. There's another level.
Bang.
Do you know what I mean? There's another level to complete, guys. All right? This is just going to boost me forward into the rest of my journey, the rest of my career.
Yeah, and the win just gave you that momentum to carry on.
Exactly.
You don't need to build yourself back up from this. You just go, bang, bang, next level, let's go.
Exactly. Right, well, guys, just before we close the episode, today's episode, I just want to say the belt it's just a belt, and like I said, the high is all in the prep for me. And as Archie was saying, the high is in the preparation and getting all the material together. This is not the whole performance. The belt is not going to define who I am. Okay, I might be champion now, but tomorrow I'm again back to white belt mentality. All right, it's all about learning. It's all about improving. Okay, the journey is never just straight up. Okay, peaks and troughs. It always fluctuates, and okay, we're just going to work on to the next thing. Okay, both of us.
And the champion is the one who keeps getting back up. Right?
Exactly. So, you know, on to the next thing. Okay, working for my tournament down in November. Okay, so just trying to work hard on that. So in 2 weeks, I am training up at Team Renegade in Birmingham, so that'll be pretty sick because that is the gym that Leon Edwards trains at.
Oh, that is actually way. That is
so maybe we'll see him there. Maybe I'll bring the camera up and snap a few shots.
Headshot, bang.
Headshot, dead.
You gotta pull it out the fucking fire, man. Oh man, that is
a cold scene.
I mean, that's crazy as well. That you're literally going to be rubbing shoulders, literally, on the mat with the UK champ. The champ.
Well, hopefully
the
he's
UK
there.
champ, the
world
world
champion. So hopefully he's there. There's great talent up at Team Renegade. Do you know what I mean? A lot of good amateurs, a lot of good English circuit pro fighters as well. So it'll be good to gain some knowledge from that lot. And I'm really enjoying this. I'm really enjoying the training for the Team England squad.
Is it just a cool to increase the environment that you're around as well?
Yeah, exactly. Like knowing that I can just go to these places. Well, going to these places with Emma, not Emma. Okay. The English Mixed Martial Arts Association. Please don't get at me, Caitlin. All right, I'm not cheating on you. I love you, baby.
The internet's going to try and find Caitlin now.
Shit, I'm sorry. Well, you'll probably see her on my Instagram, alright?
True.
But she's taken, alright? You got to fight me for it. But yeah, like I said, it's a great opportunity to be training at other gyms with them. Okay, it's again it's exposure for me, and exposure to different talent, different training partners, and different styles, different training methods, different. Everything. Okay, it's just good to work outside of your comfort zone, and that can be applied to everything, guys. All right, so just chuck yourself out there. All right, I'm not going to go into a big deep motivational speech.
Yeah, when the fuck did it become a motivational speaker?
All right, Tom Green, do not at me. All right, I am not a motivational speaker. I may run, but I don't chat shit while I run. Right, guys, that brings us to the end of episode 3. Since we're talking about belts, and yeah, I just want to say thank you for watching, guys.
Make sure you guys like, share and subscribe. We're going to keep putting this stuff out, whether or not you like it or not. Okay?
We're going to shove it down your throat.
We're going to shove it down your fucking throat.
You're going to take it. You're going to take it and help us with the algorithm.
That got really dark. There for a second. We're sorry about that.
We got evil. Okay, good.
I've not just enrolled it right now into anger management. It might stop him fighting. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, make sure you guys follow us on socials. And see you next episode.